Good morning, everyone. I'm sorry to bring you the news today. It's not very pleasant, but before we start, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. And if you enjoy our content, please hit the like button. Thank you. Now, let's get started. This is the story of a dead woman sending emails after being crushed to death by a car. In Vietnam, a woman died 3 days ago in a horrific traffic accident in Ho Chi Minh City. Now, 3 days after she died, her relatives began receiving emails from her personal account asking for money and help. They were shocked because the woman's phone had been crushed in the accident and they assumed the account had been hacked, but the horror didn't end there. The relative's worst fears were confirmed when they opened one of the emails and saw a photo of the crushed phone and the woman's lifeless face. So what the hell is going on here? How can someone send an email and even take a picture after being crushed to death? Well, here's what we know. On November 28, 31-year-old Tai Thi Van succumbed to her injuries in a hospital in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. She had been in a horrific traffic accident involving a truck. According to the local police, Thivan was riding pillion on a motorbike when the truck suddenly turned into the lane and crashed into them. The impact was so severe that it crushed her body and the motorbike, leaving her lower body under the truck. Emergency workers arrived at the scene and rushed her to the hospital. But sadly, she was pronounced dead 3 days later on November 28 due to the severity of her injuries. Now, this is where things get weird. After her family received the first email, they contacted the local police and asked them to investigate whether the account had been hacked. But the police couldn't find any evidence of foul play. Then they received another email from the account with a horrifying picture attached. The deceased woman's phone had a picture of her lying on a hospital bed with her face covered in a white sheet. Only her upper body could be seen in the picture. In the email, she begged her family to transfer $2 million, or around $86 to an account. Then they received a third message saying, "I am in a very difficult situation. Please help me," but the messages didn't stop there. They kept coming even after the family transferred the money. At one point, the family received a total of 7 messages between 4 and 9 a.m. They also received a photo of what appeared to be a hand with a bracelet on it. The hand looked like it was inside something dark. And the final picture showed a hand holding up a SIM card. What's really shocking is that all these messages and pictures were sent from the same crushed phone that had been pictured in the first email. So how did the woman send these messages after being crushed to death? Well, the answer is she didn't. And that's why this case is being investigated by the police. It seems likely that whoever was behind this sick stunt used the pictures to try and extort money from the family. But why would they stop after receiving the money? Or was the money just a way to lure them into a false sense of security? That's what the police are trying to find out. They're reinvestigating the digital trail left behind by those messages to see if they can find the culprit. But this case has shocked many people in Vietnam. A similar case happened in 2018 when a man pretended to be his dead wife and conned 39 people out of their money. But in this case, it wasn't a con, this was pure evil. Whoever did this was basically toying with the dead woman's family. It's hard to imagine how anyone could find joy or amusement in such a cruel act. That's all for the day. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and leave your comments below. We'll be back with another episode tomorrow. Until then, stay safe.